Alrighty guys, how's it going? You're back once again with the Dukes Brew. Thank you for clicking on this video. I'm not going to be too long with this. It's just going to be a quick video, you know, unboxing the new Nintendo Switch, at least the V2, not the necessarily new Switch, not the Switch Lite. Again, this is just the original newer version of the Nintendo Switch. Let's go ahead and start opening this thing up. Pretty much the same thing as the other one, or at least how it was boxed in. Maybe I could take this one. Alright, we got your, what is this? Information. I believe this is going to be the Joy-Con grip. Nothing special, pretty much the same thing. Over here, let's see. Oh, these are going to be the here's another one. The Joy-Con, not the grips. I forgot what they're called actually. Can't believe I can't think of it. There you go. Joy-Con straps. Sorry, I had to look at the box. I cannot believe I didn't remember it. Alright, we got your HDMI cord right here. Your basic Nintendo HDMI. If you can see that, it just says HDMI on it. Right over here, you got your AC adapter. It's your regular one, same one as before. USB-C, again, nothing special. Right over here, I believe is going to be the dock. Honestly, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like this has a little bit more weight to the dock, to the old one. I could be completely wrong, but I mean, I literally just had my old dock in my hand because I got this. I traded my old system in for this one. This is the GameStop special I got. That where if you trade in your system, your Nintendo Switch system, right now for a limited time, you can get the new version. For $75. Of course, after you trade in your old Nintendo Switch system, you have to take everything, pretty much everything you see right here that came with your original box, pretty much all this, because all of this came with my original box as well. Nothing else is different except for the Switch itself going to be a new processor, and maybe the Joy-Cons might be updated to not be to not have that drift, but I mean, as far as the items in here, everything is still the same. So I did have to return every single thing. I had to return the dock, I had to take the grip, the straps, the adapter, and the power cord, and the HDMI cord, obviously these two, and all of that. And I actually traded in LA Noire, and I also traded in Aqua Racing Utopia or something like that. Both physical games. Obviously you can't trade in digital, but I traded those two in along with all of this, and after taxes and after everything out the door, I think I paid, let's see, I found the receipt right here. Alrighty, so I believe it says I paid $52.85. You just can see right there. Which is not bad if you ask me. A lot of people might be like, well, why are you going to trade in your system if it's the same thing and this, and this? The reason I really wanted to do this is because the battery life. In fact, I have 2 Anchor battery packs. They're the 20,100 milliamps. 2 of them. So yeah, I don't have a problem when it comes to the electronics dying. I have unlimited supply. But it's sometimes a hassle. For example, the main time that I really, not necessarily the main time, but one of the main reasons that really drove me to say I should trade it is because whenever I'm in bed, laying down and falling asleep, I like to play the Switch as I'm going to sleep. And a lot of the times the system will die or is dying, and I have to go and get the battery pack. Now that can be sometimes can be sometimes an issue, just because I don't want to have all these cords around me and plus the battery pack on top of me while I'm laying down trying to go to sleep. I mean, I know it sounds funny. I mean, you're probably thinking, like, how are you trying to go to sleep and playing the system? I know, but it's just what I do. Trust me, whenever I'm going to bed, I like to play the system right before I go to bed, and once I feel I'm like dazing out or whatnot, I put the system down and call it a night. But like I said, during that time, I don't want to have a large battery pack, and especially that 20,100 one. It's long. It's not really like heavy or anything, and it doesn't like bug me or anything. But I'd rather not have to worry about the battery pack and then the cord and then all of this, and especially because sometimes I like to put on my gang key adapter. That's what I use for my Bluetooth headphones. And so then I have to put the adapter into the USB plug, and then I have to put the wire into it. So I have like 2 things already connected, and just, I don't know. I just thought for my personal being, like for what I was gonna need it for, not necessarily need it for, but for what I thought the upgrade was gonna give, I personally think it was worth it for me. It might not be for everyone, again, but I mean, that's just for your personal choice, I guess. I mean, I had no problem doing it. I could have probably just traded in War Games, honestly, and probably got this thing straight, not necessarily free, but just straight across, like with trades. But honestly, I had a little bit of extra money, and I didn't mind doing it, especially because the battery life part of it, the battery aspect of it was really the main reason that drove me to get this, because I needed it. Oh, and actually another reason that I traded it was because my original Switch, it would always turn on the fan, the fan that goes on only whenever you're playing like a super like not difficult game, like the game is hard itself, but I mean something that's difficult for the Switch to run, like The Legend of Zelda. I remember when I first got it, it wouldn't kick on immediately ever with any of my games. In fact, it would be a little bit, wait a little bit, maybe a few minutes, or maybe like more than a few minutes, like a half an hour. I'm not sure exactly when, but it wouldn't kick in immediately. And later when I was playing the game, I could then feel the fan and hear it kick in. But for some reason, lately, it was literally kicking in the second I turned on the screen. No matter what, if I was just browsing through the menu, not on a game, or if I was on a game, whatever the case was, if I had turned off the screen, and the second I would wake it up and start playing, it would turn on that fan, and not just turn it on lightly, that thing would go on full speed, because you can hear it all revving up and going maximum power, and it would go on for I'm not even sure how long, but for a little bit, and then it would turn off. But I didn't like it, especially because, like I said, I play in the bed, and sometimes I have, like, well, not sometimes, I always have my wife next to me, so I don't want to be waking her up with a loud fan, as the Nintendo Switch is over here thinking it's overheating when it's really not. So again, this is why, also a reason that I said, well, you know what, I'll switch for the new one. I bet you anything, or at least I hope, they got all those kind of tweaks and everything fixed already, and this is the revision of it, so usually by then they get all the bugs and everything out the system, so at least we hope, right? But I guess we'll see. I mean, I'll try to do a follow-up, or at least check in a couple months and comment, let you guys know how it's going. And thanks for watching. Bye now.